Hey everyone, this is Rick, your host, and today we're going to be building a Pullman Standard PS1 steel boxcar. It is a kit from Walthers with the Chicago and Illinois Midland decorations on it already. A little bit of information about the PS1 boxcars. Following World War II, freight car builders were looking for economical ways to provide more finished goods while maintaining a relatively low investment. The merits of standard freight car designs had been proven through the efforts of the United States Railway Administration during World War II, but economical ways of producing a standard car were awaiting implementation. Pullman Standard developed its standard design production lines with the introduction of the PS1 boxcar in 1947. Cars were built on an assembly line with each station performing a specific task before sending the car to the next station. About 100,000 PS1s were built between 1947 and 1963 and served on over 78 railroads. Through the years, Pullman Standard continued to improve the design, making numerous changes. One of the most noticeable was in door configurations. In addition to the Pullman Standard door, Youngstown and Superior doors were offered in widths of 6, 7, 8, and 9 feet. Double doors and plug doors were also offered on some cars, resulting in a large number of variations for the standard car. After taking a brief inventory of all the parts in the kit, the first order of business was to take the floor out and install the weights and the floor panel. This kit was pretty easy to build, not a whole lot of parts, but still a decent level of detail. Overall, it took me about a half hour to finish this build. The frame was next, and as you've seen already, I test fit most, if not all, of the parts before securing them down with glue. Something I found interesting while building this was the pieces of paper in there that said "Packed with Pride," one by Jennifer, the other by Yvonne. Building most modern kits, you don't see that sort of thing anymore. If you notice, seem to have a little bit of problem keeping the frame secure to the bottom of the car, and wound up going and grabbing a couple of zip ties and securing it that way until the glue had dried. even though I had taken inventory of some of the parts earlier. I was still surprised to find a piece that belonged to a different car, happened to belong to the trailer car that you saw in the first video. Installation of the doors and their frames were next. Luckily, they happened to include 3 sets of top rails for the doors. As you can see, I happened to fit one upside down and had to cut it out. It's almost like Walthers knew some idiot in the future would put a kit together without reading the instructions. I left the doors free swinging, and then it was time to put the top and bottom back together again. The trucks were the final assembly of the boxcar, and after screwing them on and made sure that they still had enough play to allow the car to swing side to side or sway side to side as necessary, and so that they could also go around slightly tighter curves. But one thing was missing: a brake wheel. No piece of rolling stock seems to be complete without a brake wheel, and it just so happens I have a box full of parts, parts belonging to all the different kinds of cars, and happen to have a brake wheel that fit. And there you have it, folks. A finished boxcar, minus couplers. KD couplers were installed on it later. But a finished kit from 1985. Thanks for watching.